My friends. Hello. How are we? Can you see me all right? Say hello if you can see me. Hello. Let's make sure. I got you. Yep, we are live. Okay, my friends. Welcome to When You Lead with Heidi Mitro. Full disclosure, I'm going to be sharing some details. I'm going to close this, however. I'm going to be sharing some details today with you from a recent situation where I felt really duped. And full disclosure, this happened before I had even prepared for the show. This happened, yeah. I had prepared for doubt before this experience happened. So before we get started, because I'm spicy and now I want to just my lower self just wants to be real bitchy, if I'm real honest. My deeper self, my highest knowing, is going to share, but I got to be honest, there's still a little bit of that spicy happening, and I'm going to talk with you about what to do about that when it happens for you too. Before we do that, let us arrive a little bit, okay? So inside my inner circle, we have a ritual when we gather. And part of it involves lighting a candle. And I have this gorgeous, grateful candle. If you want candles like this, let me know. This is actually my brand of candle. But this is a Cracklin Birch. And it doesn't crackle, but it certainly smells like it. And it is exquisite. So we're going to light this. I've got a little altar set up behind me here. And I am old school with matches. So I've got my little altar. I've got my singing bowl and my little elephant and my gazing ball and my turtle that reminds me to slow down. And I'm just going to jump into it. So last week, here we go. Last week I did a challenge. Very common that happens inside of coaching communities. You're actually going to have the opportunity to join a challenge at the end of October. And I'm a huge fan of challenges. I'm a huge fan of let's get into it. Let's go. Let's learn and grow. And this is just full disclosure, and you should know this. I have a coaching and consulting business. I am in business not only to serve my purpose, but to make a profit. I'm just going to be super straightforward. So when I am providing information, when I am teaching, there are some people who buy from me. I understand that not everyone does. I understand that I am at a price point that is not accessible currently to many people, and that's okay. However, I still want to make a profit. And here's why. I actually really love money. I do. I think money is an amplifier, and more women and more people who are purposeful need to have more money because it puts you in positions to make decisions. And it's really important that we are honest with one another. I'm going to be honest with you. I love money. I love what money can do. I love being able to write checks for charities. I love hiring this team that's being assembled. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is like the coolest back end part of what's happening. I love voting with my dollars. I love going to the co-op. I love going to all of the farmers markets that are happening right now. The way that I use money amplifies my purpose, and I will make no bones about the fact that I love it. I love making money, and I am in business to make a profit. And I don't think that there is any use in denying that. So here's how this typically goes for those of you that are new to the coaching world. Typically what happens is there's usually something free. People are teaching, people are having you join challenges, people are doing webinars, people are giving you information for free. And oftentimes they have spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars either on their college education, on a coaching certification, on some sort of education, and they are giving this to you. And I love sharing what I know. I genuinely would do this job for free. I would have this type of company for free. And I'm still a part of a capitalistic society. So there's that. But I love what I do. And I think you know that I do. If you can tell that I love what I do, give me a heart or something, right? So typically what happens is there's a challenge, there's something that brings people into the community. If you give enough value, in my opinion, it's appropriate for there to be an invitation to work with you. That's how this works. You give it away for free. If people resonate with it, you invite them in for the whole bite. Here's the appetizer. I got the meal over here. So I'm giving you lots of appetizers. I actually think I give more meals, but come get dessert. Come get the coffee by the fire at the back end. So I joined this challenge. It was a 5-day challenge. I'm not going to share who it was with because I don't desire a lawsuit and because I don't think it's necessary. However, many of you know her, and she has been someone that I've admired for a long time, partly because she called out some bullshit back in 2019, and I really had a lot of respect. I joined a program, I bought her book, I've been following her on social. And so when she had this challenge, I was like, oh, I haven't been in her program for a hot minute. Let's see what she's got. The challenge actually was fantastic. I learned a lot. And when there was a mid-week offer, it was like a $100,000 offer. That was not where I was at. I was like, okay, it's Wednesday. She's still got 2 days of launch. What's happening next? I found out what was happening next, and I actually joined. I put down a deposit. This was a $25,000 program, and I had made the deposit. Once I made the deposit, I was led to another page that basically said, hey, now pay in full or make these other 2 big payments or apply for financing. And I was like, this seems out of alignment with what's going on with this company. And so I felt a certain kind of way about it. I was like, this isn't the type of marketing that we're doing, right? Full disclosure, if you come in and you make a deposit with me and you're making monthly payments, that's it. I don't charge if you need a payment plan. This is what the price is. This is how many payments you can make it in, or you can pay it in full. My commitment to you is that I will never, ever, never be deceitful about my pricing, ever, never. I was so pissed. Partly I was pissed because I almost did it. But there was a part of me that was like, ooh, I had doubt. And it hit me in my chest. And I reached out and I was like, this isn't how we do business, right? This can't be how you guys are doing this. No response. Sent an email the next day. Hey man, I got an issue with this. I'd like a refund. Nothing. Hey man, third email. You have to know that you are taking advantage of people. You have to know that this is not in harmony with your values. This is the antithesis. There is dissonance in what you are teaching and how you're behaving. And I was hot and I got no response. So I went into the Facebook community. There's like a pop-up group. And I said, hey, how many other people are experiencing this? Because it was crickets in there. I finally got a response. Then everything got deleted. And I have like 10 people in private messenger saying, this happened to me too. This happened to me too. This happened to me too. No, that is not how we do business. I'm still pissed about it. And I was even more pissed because it blew me sideways. I felt doubt in myself. I was like, oh shit. I'm still like, I feel like I'm kind of savvy. Like I should have seen this coming. I will never take advantage of you that way, ever. Those of you that are in my program, please vouch for me, right? Like when you come in to the inner circle, when you are in a mastermind with me, when you are private coaching with me, I am in it 2 feet with you. I will never take advantage of you, ever, never. And when doubt showed up in this particular situation, I'm sorry if I'm yelling, I'm like sweating. When doubt showed up, I really had to go deep and go, oh, what do I know about doubt? Let's define it, shall we? Let's do this whole show. So this show is about defining that word, defining words, getting to the root of them so that you have a different experience with quote unquote negative words, shadow words. Doubt really is about like, I'm uncertain about something. The etymology of doubt is to be of 2 minds. Being uncertain is being of 2 minds. So when I'm like, ooh, this can't be how we're marketing. This can't be what we're doing. No, we are better than this. You can't build your business on ethics. You can't build your business on equity and then pull this bullshit. That's not right. And it was like this immediate download. I had so much hot. I was so creative over the weekend. I was in a flow because it was like, no, we are not doing this. I got super crystal clear about my purpose. I've been clear about my purpose. It is even more clear now. My purpose is to use my creativity and teaching skills to make this world a better place, for you to claim who you already are. I don't want you to be me. I want you to be you. And I know that I can teach you to do that. And part of that is making peace with doubt. And there's a phrase that comes in when high achievers and I chat on the phone. And it's like, I just want to know without a shadow of a doubt that I'm doing the right thing. And here's some language. Let's talk about it. Shadow. Shadow is when something is coming between the rays of the light and a surface. When something is coming between the rays of the light and a surface. So when there's something coming between you and clarity, that's a shadow. That feeling of uncertainty, that doubt, right, matters. And when you are going through this feeling of, I just want to know beyond a shadow of a doubt, what you're really saying is, I want to get beyond this point where I'm like shielded. That's the etymology of shadow, is shield or screen. I want to get beyond the screen of being of two minds. I want my mind. I only want one voice. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Doubt is sacred. When I got launched to this next sales page and I was like, what? No. I even reached out to some of my coaching friends. I was like, is this how marketing is being done now? And everybody said no. I will never dupe you out of your money. Full disclosure, I have had 2 people in my coaching world who have asked for a refund, and I have given it to them. I do not want to be in a container with someone who is not getting the value that they wanted. Also, full disclosure, 2 of them were not doing the work that they were supposed to be doing. And that's okay. Sometimes you have to make the investment to know, I'm actually not going to do this. And I have no problem charging for people. I have no problem giving you your money back if you did not get what you wanted. If you do not feel that you got value from working with me, I don't want your money. I don't. And we have to hold this industry to a higher standard. And what happens when we don't is you put ink in the pool. I don't want to put ink in the pool. I want clarity. I want confidence. I want direction. That is what I want for myself, and it's what I want for you. And when doubt shows up, and I'm going to spoil the ending, doubt's going to continue to show up for you. It just is. You can't bypass doubt and be human. And there's this whole line of bullshit thinking when it comes to like personal development, that once you meditate your way, once you 5 a.m. your way, once you have all of the affirmations and you eat like a rabbit, that you're never going to have another doubt again. That's just not true. I'm never going to sell you that, ever. What I am going to tell you, what I am going to teach you inside of the inner circle or inside of a coaching program with me, is what happens in your body when you're experiencing these things. The wisdom of your body, the wisdom of your doubt. Because your doubt, if you know how to use doubt, if you know how to access it, if you know how to learn from it, will teach you exactly where you need to go. So when I listened to this doubt, it was like this face. What? I could have overridden it. I could have tried to pull together the rest of the investment. And I have invested a lot of money in coaching, And I've made some really great investments, and I've made some bullshit investments where it was like, I did not get what I wanted. And I am very clear when I don't get what I want. I am. But I know that if I want to learn, if I want to continue to teach the latest and the greatest, but also the deepest, the wisest, then I'm going to continue to learn. And as I learn, I get better at what I do. And I do think I'm a great coach. I do. Do I think I have more to learn? Absolutely. And I plan to get to my deathbed and go, shit, I wish I would have taken that class. I didn't get to that book. I didn't get to that travel. I didn't, right? There are things that I still want to do. When you know how to work with the shadow, when you know how to work with the perceived negative, and you listen to what that has to say, it will guide you to the right answer. It will guide you to the right answer. So let's say you have been in a similar situation where you find yourself going, I was intentionally deceived. I don't like that, by the way, either. It's a total ego hit. I had to like go, ooh, shit. Maybe I was a little too big for my britches, but I don't actually think so. I'm going to demonstrate this process for you. The story that I told myself was, ooh, maybe I got a little too big for my britches. This is happening in real time, by the way. You're going to watch me just like go through the steps. I don't actually think I got too big for my britches. I think I showed up every single day for that training. I think I showed up and I was present and I learned what I wanted to learn. I applied what felt really in harmony with my values and my standards of integrity. And so I took that information and I washed it through a system that I feel really proud about. And if someone is intentionally trying to manipulate you, if someone is intentionally trying to deceive you or trick you, that is not your fault. It is an opportunity for you to go, ooh, what did this clarify for me? My doubt was like, you're of two minds now. Which way are you going to go? You could override that uh-oh feeling. That's what my kids have learned at Montessori, this uh-oh feeling where it's like something is not setting right. If you're a generator or manifesting generator in human design and you're like, nope, almost a bad taste in your mouth, right? It's okay for you to go, ooh, I'm of two minds. If I go down and I go against myself, I'd never want to start a relationship going against myself. So this doubt had me go, okay, what do I know about this? I know I do not like how this feels. And I know that my body is wise. When I'm feeling doubt, I need to pause. Don't take more action. Listen to the doubt. And the doubt said, oh, hell no. And I went, yeah, tell me more about that. What do I know to do? I know that I have an incredible coaching community. I have the best of the best coaches. So I reached out to my coaching friends and I was like, does this sound right to you? No, was the answer with a lot of F's attached to it. And then I started journaling because I had all of the physical sensations. I wanted to cry. I was like, no, man, someone fell from grace. I had her up on a pedestal. I did. Shit. You ever have that, right? I don't want to put people on a pedestal. I can honor her humanity and I can go, that is not for me. That is not for me. And the clarity of boundaries. Ooh, this boundaries challenge that I'm hosting at the end of October is some of the best work that I've ever done. I am so proud of it. And it is absolutely infused with the best of who I am. And it came from this place of doubt. It came from this place of deceit where it was like, that is not how I want any of the people in my community to ever have to feel, ever. And I know that there are people in this community who feel doubt. You feel like you might not know the right way to go. You feel confused. You're feeling like, oh man, I'm so resentful of my whole family. You're feeling all of these quote unquote negative feelings. And what I did with those negative feelings was I listened and I was like, what pisses me off about this? This was a purpose hit for me. This was a values hit for me. And this was 100% now you are effing with my money boundaries hit for me. Don't mess with my money because my money is purposeful. When money comes to me, it already has a job assigned to it to go do good work in the world, and don't mess with that. Ooh, I'm hot. And I was so pissed this weekend. And so it was like, ooh, what's pissing me off? Listen to it. Let that fire feed you, Heidi. And I wrote and I wrote and I wrote and I wrote. And then I wrote more emails and I said, I want my money back. And then I wrote another email. I want my money back. And then I got public and I said, I want my money back. And finally someone got back to me. And I am getting my money back. Damn right I am. When you are hot, like I am right now, like I'm seriously, I could light this candle with my face. When you're hot, when you feel doubt, oh, I feel it, right? Doubt for me is it's heart. It's like, what happened? When you feel mad, when you feel sad, when you feel defeated, my friends, those are your best friends. That is your body wisdom. It is a part of being human that we will not bypass with toxic positivity and positive thinking. It is okay and necessary for you to commune with those feelings. Why? Because they are sacred and they are leading you home to what is most important to you. So when I realized what was happening, all of the alarm bells were going off and I was like, thank God I know what to do. Full disclosure, was still swiped sideways yesterday. I did not get a resolution until late last night. And I was, my confidence took a hit. Now remember, the root word of confidence is fid, and fid means to trust. And so it was like, God, my confidence took a hit. I felt like a fool. I felt taken advantage of. And I was able to go, wait a minute. This is not about me trusting me. this was about me trusting her and her company. And that doesn't make me a fool. Based on evidence, this was a reputable place to, or a company to work with. And now I know better. And when we know better, we do better. I still couldn't quite like get over the physiology, so I had to sit with it. So I took some time yesterday afternoon and I just sat on my couch and I felt, God, but feelings just want to be felt. So I sat there and I just felt gross. I was like, that sucks. I hate when this happens. And I was able to communicate with Mike and like, God, man, my confidence took a sideswipe. And we went for a walk. It started to get dark and it was super refreshing out, right? It was dark and it's fall in the Midwest. And so this is when everybody falls in love. This is why I do a retreat in October, by the way. Don't be lulled into it. The snow and the mosquitoes will return. But we went for a walk and I was able to walk and talk. And that's a really beautiful release. I was able to box yesterday morning, beat some shit up in the gym. And then I worked out this morning. And it was like, I feel different. I feel better. I was physiologically able to move through it. So here's the step-by-step. When doubt shows up, just expect it. Doubt's going to show up. I promise you. Doubt's going to hit me again. Deceit is going to hit me again. A confidence hit is going to hit me again. I don't fear it. I just don't love it. It's not my preference. My preference is like being in flow and like having all the ideas come and collaborating with incredible humans and hosting retreats. And that's my preference. But when doubt shows up, step one, name her. What are you feeling? What is the feeling? And if it's doubt, remember, doubt means to be of two minds. Please don't make decisions when you're in doubt. Pause. Name her and pause. And then feel, God bless, I'm sorry you're going to have to do it, but you can do it. It doesn't feel good. You can handle that. It's temporary. When we don't do the work of feeling, it's just going to get compounded and you're going to eventually have to feel it anyway, except it'll be in like a family medical leave situation or racing heart like I had to address recently, or high blood pressure or stress or freaking out at your kids or freaking out at your partner or whatever it's going to be. You might as well feel it. And it will be intense and it won't kill you. We don't make decisions when it's intense. We feel. And if you need support, reach out to your crew, right? Reach out to your people in your community and just say, I'm feeling a certain kind of way. Reach out to your therapist, go get a massage, go get some body work, move it through. And then listen to her. My doubt was saying, oh, Heidi, you have all the tools you need. What has been revealed is that you desire more community. I'm calling you in. And then I relied on my own community of coaches that are in my professional circle. What was also revealed is that I know where my boundaries are, and I absolutely have them clear. It's one thing to have boundaries. It's another thing to enforce them. And my boundaries were like, ooh, hides. And my enforcement went, I got you. Right? We got to name it. We got to pause. We got to feel it. And we got to ask it what it needs us to know. And then we take aligned action. When I am typing in this Facebook community, I was like, why is no one else talking about this? Why isn't, and then I realized it's because they're deleting those comments. And I was going toe to toe. I don't know if it was actually her or someone who works for her, but it was her name. And she's a multi-millionaire. And my heart, you know how like when you're so pissed off and you're like texting with someone, don't text pissed, but when you're communicating that way and your heart is like beating and you can hear it in your ears. And I was like, no, you don't get to gaslight me. That's not how this is going to work. And this wasn't about her. This was about me going, this is a boundary for me and it was crossed and this was wrong. And this is the resolution that I want. Full disclosure, I really did not think I was going to get my money back. I'm waiting for it to hit, but they said that they've initiated it. I will keep you posted. Well, my heart was beating so hard, but I was so in harmony with my values. I was so in harmony with my purpose. And I was so enforcing this boundary. My boundaries are for me. I will teach you that at the end of October. So we are going to have a boundaries challenge inside of this community. This is some of the best work that I've ever done. This will be, I think, like what we're doing from now on, because all of the coaching that I have done thus far, all of the body work, I've been in business for 15 years. That's crazy to say out loud. And in this coaching journey over the last 3.5, really, truly, that's what it boils down to. When clients are coming to me saying, like, I don't know the next move, I'm at a sacred crossroads, what it is boiling down to is, how are your boundaries in each category of your life? We're going to be talking about the F's of boundaries. We are. And this challenge is going to be free this time. I'm going to try it. We're going to do a 5-day challenge, and it's going to be kick ass. And if there are people in your life who they're, I just need better boundaries, invite them. I am going to have boundaries around the challenge. It's going to be pretty interesting. There's going to be opportunity to work with me. At the end of that week, actually probably Thursday of that week, I am going to invite you into the mastermind. Just full disclosure, I'm going to invite you into the inner circle. My programs range anywhere from $12,000 to $25,000. Full disclosure. I recognize that might be aspirational for many of you, and I totally understand that. If you come to this challenge and you do every single day of the challenge, I guarantee you your life will be different, whether we exchange money or not. Those of you that are desiring more community, those of you who are desiring weekly calls, a retreat experience, the potential for one-on-one with me, which is massively changing, by the way. My one-on-one sessions it's changing for this next year. It has to. My company is growing. I'm growing into the CEO role of this company. My time is valuable, and so is yours. I promise you that when you implement, I promise you that when you learn the way of the world and boundaries, your life will change. And we never have to exchange money. If you come into the inner circle, I guarantee you that when you get to the end of the program, you will go, my life will never be the same. That's my promise to you, that you will know your boundaries. You will be able to tell which category they are in. You will be able to tell the quality of the boundary, and you will have taken meaningful action to change your life in that category. And the ripple effect of you changing in one category of your life is insane. I'm hot for this. This is the offer. This is the opportunity. I'm in love with it. I've been waiting for this type of passion and clarity. And do you know how we get passion and clarity? By feeling impassioned or not passioned and being confused. Those are also sacred. Those are topics we're going to be talking about on this show. Okay. So we're hitting that half-hour mark. I am being very mindful of my time. What did you learn today? Give me your top takeaway. Yeah, I want to know your top takeaway. My commitment to you is that I will answer all of your questions in the comments. I appreciate you watching. I know that you have other things that you can be doing. This show I'm really excited about. I've done different variations of things over the years, and I'm super in alignment with this format. And so if you have other topics that you are interested in, if there are other feelings that you're like, gosh, I really wish that you would talk about this, DM me. I want to know. If you're like, I keep getting hung up on X, let me know. I'm a generator in human design, so I design around that stuff. If you want to know about human design, let me know that too. But it matters. Your feedback matters. And if this episode was helpful for you, I would love for you to invite your best girl. I would love for you to invite your partner. I would love for you to invite your father-in-law into this community. Yep, it's men and women, because this is the stuff that changes people's lives. Okay? Thank you for watching. I'm going to go wash my hands in cold water and go for a walk around the block. All right, my friends, I appreciate you. And I will see you next week live at 10 Central.